Hey, it's Tony with lidl.doodle. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today is a new pen day, as well as a perfect day to play around with some fall-inspired shimmer inks. We are 1 week out from the official start of fall here in the Pacific Northwest, and nature delivered for me today. It's gloomy and blustery and cool, and I have just had such a relaxing day. So I wanted to share my newest acquisition here, a TWSBI 580 AL, and it is in this lovely brown color. I will put the name, it starts with an A. I'll put it in the description. I put the box somewhere and I forgot exactly what this brown is called. And then it's got this lovely onyx nib and little grip. It's got the texture here, which I like. I know some people don't. And it's got a little texture here in this top finial. I inked this up with an Erbon ink that I grabbed while we were over at Oblation picking these up. And I think it is a lovely match. I got a medium nib and a fine nib. And originally I was going to keep the fine nib. It wrote like a needlepoint. I couldn't believe it. And even this medium nib writes like a fine point, in my opinion. But Doug and I decided to swap, and so he's got the fine nib and I have the medium. So isn't this a beautiful fall pen? I'm so happy with it. This was the reason why I did not purchase the Monteverde MP1 in brown when we were at the San Francisco Pen Show. So I pulled 12 inks that have shimmer, and I feel like just kind of speak fall. So let's play around. I'm going to use my little spoon from Fountain Pendulum, and then I'm going to use a little pipette. There it is. And this is stained. I've cleaned this out really well, so it's not going to contaminate the ink. And then I thought these were nice fall colors in my River City Penco nib holder with my brass Kakimori nib. And even though I still am just loving my Opal X nib holder, I wanted to stick with the fall theme. So the first ink I'm going to play around with is Warringal Anubis. And I just shook this up, so it did agitate all the shimmer, but you are going to see the beauty of this ink and its shimmery goodness here. I think I'm going to just do like a line. Normally I do like circles, but we'll give just, I might need some more ink there. We'll just give a little, I like the effect when they dry, these fun lines. Oh, and I'm doing the swatching here in my little Midori notebook that I have 3 of these, you guys. I had ordered another one after I realized that I really liked this paper and these little notebooks. I snagged another one on an order that I was getting, I think, from Atlas a while back. And then when we were at the pen show, I saw another cover that I hadn't seen online, so I went ahead and grabbed it. So I'm just having so much fun with all of these little notebooks that I'm doing all these different ink projects in. And this one, sometimes I'm swatching, sometimes I'm just doodling, but I'm having a lot of fun. Okay, I didn't really write that straight, but oh well. I did mark out little X's. See, I actually planned out so that I would try to keep the swatches the same size. Okay, the next shimmery goodness is Diamine Salted Caramel. I won't agitate that one yet. Look at that gold shimmer. It is so pretty. I really like this one. It's from an Inkvent calendar, and it just has a really nice fall vibe to it. and lots of lovely shimmer. I was so happy when I went outside to do a little cleaning up in the yard this afternoon, and I was chilly and it was blustery. And then Doug quickly reminded me that it's supposed to get up to like 89 later this week. So it's like fall is just kind of going, just gonna be here for a minute, and then you're gonna get like a little pretend summer week. It seems like that always happens in September. So this salted caramel, I feel like when I've seen the writing samples, or when I've done writing samples, it's a little bit light, but I feel like that's a really pretty kind of, it's not super gold, but kind of in the feeling of a little bit of golden brown. And the next ink is one of my absolute favorites. This is Ferris Wheel Press Hearty Harvest, and it has got just a lovely orange shimmer in there. This was one that I bought without even seeing a swatch of it. I was like, it's called Hearty Harvest. I think I got it last fall. Like, if it's called Hearty Harvest and it's a fall inspired ink, obviously I'm going to like it. So I didn't even need to see a swatch of it. And I wasn't wrong, because I love this ink. And I do have it in a pen. I'm just gonna keep swatching though with my Kakimori nib. Speaking of which, I saw that here in a couple of days, Kakimori is releasing a a glass nib. And I feel like they have in the past. I don't know. Is it a new thing? Do you know? It's new to me. I'll just say that. And so I'm really excited about that, because I've only ever had one glass dip pen before, and it was just like a $9 one off Amazon. And I think it took me like 3 minutes before I broke the tip of it, because it was like a super fine tip. And I didn't know what I was doing at the time when I bought it. So I'm really excited to get a glass nib. At the shows we've gone to, there are always these makers who have these absolutely extraordinary looking glass dip pens. And I don't know, I'll just admit, I feel like I might be a little intimidated by those, because they're kind of expensive. And I don't know if I really know what I'm doing with dip pens. Oh, or spelling apparently. So yeah, I haven't made the plunge to really invest in an expensive dip pen. Just these Kakimori nibs that I love, but I don't have great control over them all the time. As if you've been around, I'm sure you have picked up on, but oh well. Okay. All right, my handwriting has something to be desired for this week, and I'm not sure what's up. All right, the next fall shimmer we've got is Dominant Industry Autumn Forest. I think this is such a pretty shimmer and just a lovely ink altogether. And autumn is in the name, so obviously it's a good ink for an autumn swatching. I'm looking for the shimmer to start. I'm seeing the shimmer coming out here, kind of waiting on that for the Anubis, not really seeing it too much. Hearty Harvest, not seeing it too much yet, but I know it's there. All right, here's a favorite, just a classic. We've got Diamine Cocoa Shimmer, and there's that lovely gold shimmer. So I'm totally running out of space on this page. Oh well. I'll probably get a thumbs down. Somebody will be like, you can't arrange your pages. I don't know, you guys, the thumbs down thing on stationery videos kind of trips me out. I don't get it. I mean, I don't care, but it's just weird. But I guess, like, we watch a lot of YouTube, but I don't take the time to thumbs down anything. Because I'm like, if I don't like the content, I just won't click on it again. But that's me. I think I'm going to have to take some inventory of my pens currently and find some pens that maybe don't have some of these amazing fall inks and maybe do some swapping out. I know I just did a big swap not too long ago. I'm working on a spooky monster inspired ink video that I'm really excited about. So that will be coming, but of course I can't do anything spooky until October 1st, but brace yourself because spookies are coming. Okay, this is another favorite. This is Diamine Olive Swirl. It's got fantastic shimmer. This is just such a great ink. I think I've highlighted this ink. You're probably sick of me highlighting this ink. It's just one of my favorites, and I've got it in one of my green pens. It might be my Pelican. I can't remember. But this is definitely a favorite of mine. I love olive. And there were a few other like autumn inks that I wanted to, oh my gosh, that was a lot, that I wanted to showcase, but if they didn't have shimmer, I just was like, no, I'm gonna just stick to shimmer for this video. And I might do a separate just fall inks, but I did a pretty big one last year, and I don't know, maybe I need to kind of look at what inks did I showcase in that one, and if it would be redundant to just showcase the same ones, or if I have like new inks that I can add to the mix. I might have to cut a couple of inks out because I'm gonna run out of room, because this was way too big of an ink swatch. Oh well. And I love doing these pages, because especially something with fall, because this is going to just be a little piece of artwork after I'm done. I am going to just love to come back to this page. All right, let's see. I'm going to jump ahead to Nutmeg. And this has a lovely gold shimmer. This is not an ink that I reach for because it's fairly light. However, doing my loose florals, I've been using this quite a bit, and I just thought, you know what, this can go in a fall shimmer video. It is a very nice ink. I just don't use it in a pen. So I'm starting to plan out what I want to make sure I focus on during fall. It is just such a rich season for me. I just love it. One of the things we always do in October is we watch, well, we've done it a couple of different ways. We've either watched 31 spooky movies, or we've made a list of as many spooky movies as we can think of, and then we watch as many as we can. So we actually today started our list. So we watch a couple of these like horror or spooky movie recommendation channels on YouTube. And I mean, we come across names of movies that we haven't seen, and we're both big horror fans. And for our whole lives, like, we both watched tons of horror movies, and there are some that we've never heard of. So we have added a couple to our list that we've never heard of before. So that'll be fun. But that's a tradition for us. I mean, we don't like sit there and just watch the movie. Like, it's what we have on when we're doing art and journaling at night. So we're not like just mindlessly watching a movie. Okay, the next color I felt like could be on the list. Wearingle I Am a Cat. Beautiful gold shimmer. And this isn't just an interesting ink. I don't recall, I think this was like a Doug purchase, like he saw this and wanted it. Because I don't remember like thinking, oh, I want that in a pen. I don't have it in a pen currently, but it's just a really interesting ink. Once we get it dry, we'll see if you think so. So anyway, yeah, that's one of our fall traditions. You know, I'm going to be at a lot of football games this fall. So we're not real big sports people in our house. I wouldn't even say, well, we're just not sports people at all, really. I like football, I think, more than Doug. And it's only because when I go to our games at school, it's like I finally understand how it works, so it makes it more fun. But yeah, so I'll be at a lot of fall football games this year, watching my little cheerleader. And we do an October birthday celebration with my mom and stepdad, because my mom's birthday is in October and my oldest daughter's birthday is in October and my birthday's in October. So we just kind of do one family get together, and it is a milestone birthday for my mom this year, and so we are gonna hopefully do something celebratory, not like a surprise party. So Mom, if you're watching this, we're not doing a surprise party, because that would, we don't like surprises in our family. Like, I'm not into surprise parties, neither is my mom. So okay, oh, look at all this shimmer coming through. This is making me so happy. This salted caramel, look at that shading. Oh, I can't wait till this dries, and then I'll hold it up close and I will let it actually dry. Okay, the next color, Fortune's Gold. So now I'm just kind of getting into, so like I did some browns, some orange, some green. This one, this just kind of makes me think of like a stormy day. And then the last two are kind of just a rich gold. I probably could have leaned a little bit more into some olive. I do have more olive inks, but oh, I just wanted a little bit of everything on this list. And I would love for you to tell me some more fall inks or your favorite fall inks. So pop them in the comments if there's some fall inks that I need to check out. Like I said, I do have other fall inks, or I think are fall inks, that just don't have shimmer. And there's a couple that do have shimmer, but I just didn't include them on the list because, as you can see, I ran out of room thinking I was going to be able to do 12, and it looks like I'm just going to be doing 10. But that's okay. Getting a lot of traction out of these ink vent bottles. I know I share them a lot, and it's because I have a lot of them, because if you do an ink vent, there's 25 inks right there. And we've done it 3 years, so there's 75 little bottles that we have running around the house. And oh my gosh, that's globby. I just really want to get as much traction out of them as I can. Oh, this got messy. Okay. And you know, the thing about this Midori paper, it really, I mean, that's a lot of ink, you guys. That is a big pool, and that's a big pool. And it's gonna bleed through a little bit, at least on the back, but it's not like gonna soak through. Hopefully. It hasn't on any other pages. Okay, so last one that I'm going to show, this is Diamine Golden Sands. Again, a lovely yellow shimmer, and this one is kind of a brownish yellow. Kind of see once I agitate it. It's just a delightful ink. So yeah, I just have really kind of abused this paper. I mean, honestly, any ink work that I'm doing these days, I'm just like throwing caution to the wind and just going for it and seeing how the paper handles. And so far, most that I'm using consistently, there's been a couple notebooks that I'm like, oh yeah, you're not going to be a favorite. So I've tucked those away. But this Midori paper is doing really well. I'm happy with it. These two are kind of similar, but I feel like this is a little bit warmer of a yellow, so that's why I didn't feel weird about including both of them. I've got some, my window's closed, you guys. Oh gosh, there's more Bob. But I do have some little humans on scooters right outside my window, buzzing up and down the street. We kind of live at the bottom of a hill in our neighborhood, and so a little scooter gang gets on their scooters and buzzes down the hill. So they're hooting and hollering out there, having a good time. All right, there we have 10 lovely shimmers that we are going to come back in a few and take a look at up close. Okay, we are nice and dry, so let's take a look up close. We'll start with, there's that Anubis, beautiful shimmer, salted caramel. I love that shading. I love all of these. See what I'm like with the spoon, how it just pulls and gets that awesome, awesome shading. Hardy Harvest, Autumn Forest. Oh, look at that. So pretty. Cocoa Shimmer. Olive Swirl. And I just love it because it's like the shimmer, it just changes with the movement. There's Nutmeg. There's I Am a Cat. That's a lot more blue than I think I thought it was. So it's kind of like fall for like the stormy days. How's that? And then there's Fortune's Gold and Golden Sands. I love these colors. And then I also have them swatched. So this is kind of a more yellow paper, or cream, I guess, not yellow. I do have it in my little Hobonichi as well. And so I'll show you. And then here are the two that I didn't end up having room for here. I had included Secret Garden and Pine Needle. I love Pine Needle. That's such a pretty green. So anyway, here it is. It's pretty similar, I feel like. I didn't notice any real significant differences in the colors from the Hobonichi paper to the Midori paper. So yeah, there's that. All right, what do you think? What's your favorite? I don't know that I could say I have a favorite of these. I love this aesthetic though. This just makes me really happy, and I will enjoy looking back on this spread when I flip through this book. What would you add to a fall shimmer? What would you have on just your fall ink list? I would love to hear some names of inks and take a look at them. I'm always looking for new and beautiful inks to add to my collection. So I appreciate if you have stuck around this long, and if you want to chat about fall inks, what are your fall traditions? I would love to hear those. And yeah, so thanks for sticking around, and I will see you in the next video.